Have you ever gone through a breakup so painful, it felt like your own mind was turning against you? Like no matter how hard you tried to move on, your thoughts kept pulling you back, as if you were stuck in a cycle you couldn't break? Why does the end of a relationship shake us so deeply? Why do memory, sleep, appetite, and motivation all seem to spiral out of control? It's not just longing. It's a powerful neurological response involving brain chemistry, emotional patterns, and even the way you see yourself in the world. Today, you're going to understand what really happens to your mind when a relationship ends and how to break free from a cycle that often goes unseen. If this kind of content speaks to you, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us keep creating content that heals, awakens, and transforms. Let's begin. Breakups trigger the same brain areas activated by the death of a loved one, according to studies from Columbia University. The amygdala sends out alarm signals. The prefrontal cortex tries to make sense of what went wrong. And your brain enters emotional grief, struggling to reorganize your identity without the other person. You feel like a part of you is missing, and in many ways, it is your habits, your plans, your routines, your source of affection, all gone. And when all of that disappears overnight, the mind collapses, desperately trying to rebuild a new version of reality. Relationships activate the brain's dopamine system, the same reward pathway involved in addictions. Studies from Rutgers University show that after a breakup, the brain enters emotional withdrawal with symptoms like anxiety, insomnia, irritability, and even depression. You're not being too needy, your brain is craving the emotional substance it used to get every day: attention, affection, connection. It's like quitting a medication cold turkey. The chemical crash is real, and it takes time for your system to stabilize again. After a breakup, it's common to romanticize the good moments and forget the real reasons why things ended. That happens because the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory, tends to preserve emotionally intense experiences, even if your rational mind has already moved on. That's why songs, photos, or familiar places can trigger memories that feel fresh even after months or years. According to Harvard Health Publishing, this emotional memory bias can trap you in the past, as if your brain is sabotaging your own healing process. When a relationship ends, especially if you weren't the one to end it, the mind often starts turning on itself. Was I not enough? Was it all a lie? Will anyone ever truly love me again? This cycle of self-blame, according to psychologist Dr. Kristen Neff, activates the brain's shame and rejection circuits, weakening self-worth and blocking self-compassion. The end of a relationship shakes your trust, not just in love, but in yourself. And your mind starts questioning your own value. The good news is, the brain is plastic and it can rebuild itself. Neuroplasticity allows the mind to form new pathways and release healing chemicals through conscious thought, new habits, and meaningful experiences. Therapy, meditation, healthy social bonds, and purpose-driven activities activate brain regions linked to confidence and joy, slowly replacing what was lost. Love may have ended, but you can reconnect with something even deeper: your own wholeness. Now that you know what happens to your mind after a breakup, tell me, do you believe it's possible to start over without carrying the weight of the past? Share your story in the comments. Your experience might be the light someone needs right now to find their way out of the dark. And remember, the end of a relationship doesn't have to be the end of you. Sometimes, it's the beginning of everything you've always deserved.